I'm your host, Debbie Weiss, and thank you so much for joining me today. As I'm recording this, it is actually Labor Day weekend. I can't believe it. I can't believe that the summer is already over. And that's what I want to talk to you about today. And I need this. So I'm talking to you and to myself simultaneously. Because I don't know about you, but as summer winds down, do you find yourself clinging to the fact that summer's ending or getting curious about what's ahead? For me, I have to say that, as I notice the days getting shorter and it's not as light as late, it's sad to me. And I also feel like I didn't I didn't do everything that I wanted to do this summer. And so I just can't believe how time has just flown by. But then on the flip side, okay, fall has actually always been one of my favorite seasons. I might be weird in saying this, but as a little girl, I loved back to school. I loved getting a new dress and shoes and pencils and pens and new notebooks. And remember how we used to wrap our textbooks in paper bags? I mean, I remember I couldn't wait to be old enough that I actually got a textbook and that I could wrap it in a paper bag. It was those first few days of school. And I remember, even if it was 90 degrees, I always insisted on wearing that long sleeve dress that we bought. And I'd come home with blisters on my feet, sweating like crazy, but I was excited because I got to wear my new stuff. And I think September, even if we're not in school anymore, it still feels like a new beginning. It's almost like a second New Year's in a way, right? Because we're leaving the summer behind, which tends to just be more relaxing and less structured. And so many people take vacation, and it's just, less traffic on the roads, depending upon where you live. But in the New York metropolitan area, it's very nice that the roads are less crowded. And next week or a couple of days from now, when it's Tuesday, boom, everything is going to change. And so just like everything, we have two different ways, or probably more, that we can look at it. We can look at it as being sad of what we're leaving behind and dreading that we're stepping back into structure and reality. Or we can flip that and say, I'm leaving this season behind. I'm grateful for it. But wow, I wonder what fall is going to bring. Be curious. What are your plans? Do you have any specific plans? Now, even though we're not going back to school, maybe there's something new that you're going to explore, right? September is a great time to enroll in a dance class or art class, or I don't know, learn to play mahjong, whatever it is. Maybe you can find something like that and focus on the possibility of what else is out there. September's a great time for that, right? So many things are starting back up, and new different classes and that kind of thing. So we've got to celebrate something new. Is there something else that you've always wanted to explore? So maybe it's not a class. Maybe it is a ritual. I don't like the word ritual. Ugh, I can't think. I guess I'm thinking of a habit, right? Maybe it is, oh, I said I was going to meditate and I never really do it. And maybe you're going to say, this is what come September, which is today as you're listening, come September, this is what I'm going to do. Meditating, journaling, exercising. Now, I can share with you a few things that I am looking forward to in the fall. I've got a lot of cool stuff going on. I have a speaking engagement that I'm doing in the middle of September, and I'm actually taking a little vacation with my cousins and my friend to the San Diego area. Well, one night in Las Vegas to see the Eagles at the Sphere for the third time. I know, it's a problem. And then we're going to drive from Las Vegas to San Diego because one of my cousins has a work event there. And so we're just all joining her and hanging out and seeing San Diego. I think I'm the only one of the four of us who's never been there. So I'm very excited about that. And I'm also waiting for my sprinkle effect card deck to be delivered. Right now, they're on a boat headed this way. So I should have them in about, maybe 4 to 6 weeks. So I'm super excited about that. And I'm also in the middle of a project of creating a sprinkle of gratitude journal. And I'm super, super pumped about that. There are so many exciting, good things to look forward to. And on a personal level, I'm going to share this with you. If you've been listening to me, you know that my life has been defined by how much I weigh and diets and being overweight and the whole thing. And over the last several months, I have gained some weight and it's really bothering me. And so it's time. It's weird. So many people actually lose weight in the summer. For me, it's just the opposite. I don't know why. I think in my mind, I almost think it's like, oh, it's a party. And yeah, why not have this? And why not have that? No big deal. And those no big deals have added up for me. I've also haven't had a consistent exercise schedule that I usually have for a variety of reasons. One of them, the most recent, is that, and I don't know if I told you guys this already, but a couple weeks ago I was in New York and I tripped and fell down on all fours hard, meaning my knees and my hands. And so since then, I have a very bruised knee, so I haven't been able for the last few weeks to exercise because of that. But I'm healing and it'll be fine. And I'm actually really looking forward into getting back into that exercise and paying attention to what I'm eating routine, right? It actually does feel good sometimes to get back into your routine. I remember that my neighbor, when our kids were younger and in school, she used to say, my two favorite days of the year are the last day of school and the first day of school. Why? Because as of the last day of school, you can't stand the routine anymore. You don't want to deal with the homework and the activities and the buses and the play dates and like the whole thing. And then you have this summer, and oh my goodness, usually by like August 1st, you can't wait for the kids to go back to school. I think it's either a Walmart or a Target commercial. I don't know which one. I can't remember. I don't think I've seen it this year. But, they show the parents like being all excited that school is going to start. And that's kind of what this is. So when school's going to start, you're getting back into a routine. You're ready to get back into a routine. And I am definitely ready to get back into a routine. What about you? I hope you're going to join me in this because I need your help. We've got to do this together. We have to be there for each other and cheer each other on and motivate each other. Do you have a specific intention? Just like this is my getting back into diet and exercise. Do you have anything like that? Do you have something where you're saying, can I really do that? And instead you should be saying, what's the name of the podcast? Maybe I can try this. Maybe I can do that. I want you to be really present in your thinking about this. Don't leave it to chance, right? Because the next thing you know, what'll be happening? It'll be December, And of course, everything goes out the window the whole entire month of December. And so the next 3 months, September, October, November, nothing will have changed. You wouldn't have tried anything new. Maybe you'll be in a rut. And we don't want that. We've got 3 more months till December. This is our second new year. What are you going to do? Remember that every time something ends, in this case, summer, it's really a new beginning in disguise, right? Because we can concentrate on, oh, summer's over. That is such a bummer. Or we can say, well, this is exciting. We're moving into a new season. What's going to happen? What are the possibilities out there for me? So, as we do move out of summer and into fall, what's one possibility you want to open yourself up to? Not 5 things, not the whole list. One thing. Because as we know, when we overwhelm ourselves, when we say we're going to do all the things, what winds up happening? We do none of the things. Believe me, just one new thing, that's all it takes, this little sprinkle of possibility. It's like a little spark. And when you do that, it really seeps into the rest of your life. It changes your overall attitude and overall feeling of life, and it makes you realize that your life is full of possibilities, regardless of the struggles that you might be going through right now. There is always something else that's possible right around the corner. Remember, it's these little small shifts that create the biggest openings for possibilities. I would love it if you would share with me what you're going to be doing in the fall. What are you excited about? What is your one possibility, your one something new that you are going to open your mind to this fall? So please make sure to DM me at debbie.r.weiss or email me debbie@debbierweiss.com. There's nothing that makes me happier than hearing from you, right? Because like I said, we're doing this together. I'm as much in it as you are. So I'll continue to share with you how I'm doing with all of the goals. I don't want to call them goals, but all of the possibilities that I'm opening myself up to in this coming season. And so I'd love to hear yours as well. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I really look forward to talking to you again next week.